What if a single moment, an accident, a traumatic injury could unlock a level of genius you never knew existed? What if buried deep within your mind lies an ability so powerful, so extraordinary that it defies everything we know about human intelligence? This is the strange and unsettling reality of acquired Savant Syndrome, a rare phenomenon where ordinary people suddenly develop extraordinary skills after a brain injury. Could it be a glitch in the brain or something far more mysterious? Welcome to our channel Mystery Shack, where the unknown meets reality. Here, we unravel the deepest mysteries, uncover mind-bending facts, and explore the extraordinary hidden within the ordinary. If you seek the truth beyond the surface, you're in the right place. Most savants, people with exceptional abilities in areas like mathematics, music, or art, are born with these talents, often alongside developmental disorders, like autism. But acquired Savant Syndrome is different. These individuals weren't born with their abilities. Instead, something triggered a change, an accident, a stroke, or even a blow to the head, and suddenly their brains were rewired. They wake up from comas with the ability to play the piano without ever having taken a lesson. They begin painting intricate, hyper-realistic images even though they've never held a brush before. They solve complex mathematical equations as if they've studied for years. It's as if their brain was forcefully unlocked. But by what? Some cases show an eerie, almost supernatural transformation, where an ordinary person emerges with knowledge that seems to come from an unknown source. A change so radical, it almost feels like a hidden program has been activated within the brain. Could these abilities be lying dormant in all of us, waiting for the right trigger to bring them to the surface? There are some cases that completely defy explanation. Derek Amato, a man who, after suffering a concussion from diving into a shallow pool, suddenly developed the ability to play the piano at a professional level, even though he had never learned before. Here's an interview of him that clarifies more about his fascinating condition.
A regular kid, I played baseball and chased girls, like boys do. I dove into a swimming pool 9.5 years ago to catch a football, and I hit my head in the shallow end of the pool. Basically, when I got back from the hospital, I slept for 5 days. On the 5th day, I woke up, and that's when I walked up to the piano. It was dusty. I knew nothing of it, how to play it, and I was just hoping to hit a couple notes, and that's when my hands just kind of went crazy, and I was playing fluid. It was instant. There was no building up or rehearsing or practicing. I don't even remember being really shocked. I was just kind of like something profound was happening.
The next video is Orlando Sorrell, a boy who, after being struck in the head by a baseball, gained an eidetic memory, allowing him to recall every single day of his life in perfect detail.
My head was swelling, or I didn't know what was what. I just felt the pain on my left side of the head.
Then, out of the blue, he notices a strange ability, something he could never do before.
I have the ability to give you any date from now back to 79. I can tell you exact day of the week it fell on.
Overnight, the boy who loved to play baseball becomes a spontaneous savant, a genius at calendar calculating.
June 30th, 1992 is a Tuesday. September 18, 1984 is a Tuesday. May 21st, 1980 is a Wednesday.
Orlando insists he's neither memorizing nor calculating the dates.
But I have a better thing to do than just sit down and study a calendar.
The third case is Alonzo Clemens, a man who, after a head injury as a child, could suddenly sculpt lifelike animals in perfect detail, and despite cognitive impairments in other areas of his life.
10 minutes. That's how long he said it might take.
He never learned how to do any of this. It just began pouring out of him.
Alonzo is one of 25 living savants in the world.
It's a very small club.
Someone with an almost superhuman ability that stands in stark contrast to their disability. You see, Alonzo can't read, write, or perform most other tasks that come easily to others.
What's so cool is that when it comes to his art, he's not disabled at all.
He may not be able to tie his shoes, but show him a fleeting image of an animal on TV.
I watched the Animal Planet.
and he can sculpt it perfectly, not in hours, but in minutes. And they'll be worth thousands of dollars.
In each case, something was activated. But what and why? And what's even stranger, why do many of these abilities emerge in specific areas like music, mathematics, or art? Why don't we see someone waking up with the ability to speak an unknown language or master a form of combat? Could there be a universal code within the brain, one that favors creativity and logic over other skills? Neurologists believe that these cases might be linked to brain plasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself. When one part of the brain is damaged, another part compensates, sometimes unlocking hidden abilities. But here's where things get strange. Where do these skills come from? How does a man with no prior musical training suddenly compose symphonies? How does a person with no interest in art wake up and create masterpieces? Some scientists theorize that the human brain stores more information than we consciously access. Others believe that savant abilities may tap into a universal mathematical structure of the brain, as if all knowledge already exists within us, waiting to be unlocked. One of the most intriguing theories comes from Dr. Alan Snyder, a neuroscientist who believes that savant skills may be present in all of us, but are suppressed by higher brain functions, our logical mind, our sense of self, even our ego. These might be acting as barriers that prevent us from accessing our true potential. But with great power comes great consequence. Many acquired savants report that, along with their newfound abilities, they experience obsessions, emotional instability, and even social withdrawal. Derek Amato, the musical savant, describes a constant flood of music in his head, making it impossible to focus on anything else. Many savants feel isolated, disconnected from their old lives. And then there's an even darker theory. Some believe that traumatic events don't just unlock hidden abilities, they alter something within the soul itself. If consciousness is more than just neurons firing in the brain, could an injury actually change who we are at a fundamental level? This brings us to the most unsettling question of all. What if our identity is just a program capable of being rewritten? Here's the question that haunts both scientists and philosophers. Could all of us be savants? Is it possible that each of us has untapped potential, locked away in our minds, waiting to be activated? And if so, could there be a way to unlock it without trauma? Meditation, psychedelics, even experimental brain stimulation, some believe these might hold the key. But if we could all suddenly become geniuses, would we still be the same people? Or would we be something else entirely? Acquired Savant Syndrome remains one of the most baffling neurological mysteries of our time. It challenges everything we think we know about the brain, intelligence, and even consciousness itself. Perhaps genius isn't something we learn. Perhaps it's something we remember. What do you think? Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, goodbye.